He's supposed to be asleep. He was just... Oh, y'all can pop up. Oh, y'all can pause. Welcome back to another video. This is gonna be a little chit chatty style video. In today's video, I want to tell y'all 10 things that I wish I knew before I had a baby. 10 things I wish I knew before becoming a mom. Okay, now these are just strictly my opinion, but yes, 10 things. So I'm gonna go ahead and just hop into the video because why just take forever just yip yapping? Because y'all know your girl can talk. So my first things first, my baby is, let's say, not let's say, I mean, he's gonna be, my baby's gonna be 8 months. He's gonna be 8 months next week. So time is going by extremely fast, extremely fast. So I became a mom almost 8 months ago, 7.5 months ago, we can say. So this is just from the 7 months of experience that I have gone through thus far. Number one, okay, those first 6 weeks of postpartum are going to be different for everybody. Whether you have a vaginal birth, whether you have a C-section, they're going to look different. And you can still have a C-section, you can still have a vaginal birth. It's going to look different for everybody. For me, I think after the first couple of weeks, after the first like full week after my C-section, I was perfectly fine as far as like pain, I guess you can say. So whether you have a C-section, whether you have a vaginal birth, is going to be different for everybody. Some people, like I said, for me, my incision was still a little like sensitive, so I still had to like desensitize my scar in my incision wound or whatever. But some people during those first 6 weeks might be able to walk around, might be able to be good or whatever. Some people, when it comes to like postpartum bleeding and stuff, like some people might bleed the full 6 weeks, some people might bleed the first 3 weeks. It really just depends. It really just depends. Some people might not bleed for more than just a couple weeks. It really just depends. Everybody is different. Everybody's body is different. So I think it's best to prepare for it all. So that means like get the postpartum diapers, get the postpartum pads, get the dermaplast spray, like all those things, even though the hospital will give you some of it, just because you'd rather be safe than be sorry. And if you do have it and you don't end up using it, you can always end up either using it for later if you have decide to have another baby, or just give it to somebody else. And that's what I ended up doing, just giving it to somebody else. And I feel like that definitely helped, especially helped her, because I knew she was gonna end up needing it anyway, or could end up needing it, I should say. Second, the newborn stage, or they like to call it the newborn trenches. Okay, when I say trenches, I mean trenches. Your baby is new to the world. Your baby is trying to figure out what the heck they just walked up into. They're trying to figure out what's going on. So you trying to figure them out, they're trying to figure you out, they're trying to figure the world out. They're just confused. Everybody confused. Everybody is confused. That's why it is the newborn trenches. Y'all trying to get a hang of everything, because it's literally a whole new world. Even if you have kids prior, like, you're still trying to figure out a different baby. Every baby is not going to be the same. So the newborn trenches is hard. A lot of crying, a lot of cluster feeding, all those things. But what I will say is that time goes by so fast, and the newborn trenches will literally be over before you know it. And the next thing you know, you don't have a newborn anymore. That newborn scrunch is done. All those things are done, and you're just like, what happened to my baby? I just had my baby. Like, what in the world? Like, the newborn trenches are over so fast. And don't get me wrong, it's hard to go through it. It's stressful to go through it. You are absolutely exhausted going through it. But definitely take it in and just take it one day at a time, to be completely honest with you, because you're going to be so sad when it's over and when you see that your baby is growing up. Number 3, always make sure you are taking time for yourself. Now, I know that might be difficult for some people, but even if that means you set your baby, you know, not to the side, but you set your baby in a room, let them play, whatever, and you go in another room and you decompress, you do a face mask, you do your nails, you do something if you don't have that support system to like have somebody temporarily watch your baby, or like a parent or anyone, nanny, doula, whatever, watch your baby. Definitely make sure you take time for yourself, especially in those early stages, because again, you are going to be tired, you're going to be exhausted. So it is very important, because a happy and a charged mama is going to be a happy and a charged mama for baby. Like, you want to be able to pour into your baby and give your baby everything that you can. So making sure that you are pouring into yourself so you can pour into your baby is definitely important. Definitely important. Next, go outside, y'all. Go outside. Go outside. That vitamin D is very important. Now, I will say, if you have a baby in those winter months, it might be a little difficult, but I would really just recommend, even if you're going to a mall to just walk around, going to, you know, and I say a mall because a mall, it has more open space than just like a grocery store. Just go somewhere to get out the house, okay? And I'm not saying have your baby around Peanut and them and everybody and Bobby and Susie, but I definitely will say getting that vitamin D is going to be so important in making you feel better, getting your energy up, all of those things. Like, even just for your baby, like, it's good for the both of you. And being cooped up inside, trust me, humans, period, do not get as much vitamin D as they need to get. So if you're not taking it in with a vitamin supplement, even if you are taking a vitamin supplement, getting outside to get that vitamin D is definitely going to help your mood. And vitamin D has said to help, or has been said to help increase your mood, help increase sleep, like all of these things. There's a list of benefits on why vitamin D is so important, especially during that postpartum period, which is pretty much that first year, but definitely right away after having a baby. This one is so big, so big. Advocate for your baby. This is any space. This is when they get grown. This is when they're young. This is at any space. This is daycare. This is doctor's office. This is any space. This literally had been shown to light for me because, you know, SJ has a congenital heart defect, and I just feel like Lord knows what would have happened and what would have been pulled if I was not there. Don't get me wrong, I'm not saying all them people and medical professionals are out to get your baby. I'm not saying that, although unfortunately some are. But example, I think they were trying to get IV given to SJ or whatever, and with that, I think one of the nurse practitioners said to the IV people and said to me, she said, if they can't get it on the first try, then they just leave it alone. It wasn't that serious. They didn't have to get it, but they were just going to try it. If not, they want to leave it alone. Well, they tried finding his vein, they couldn't get it, and because I'm paying attention, I'm closely watching, I see them try to do it again. And I was like, I'm pretty sure she said, if you can't get it the first time, then don't get it at all. And they were like, oh, so you want us to? Yeah, you can leave. You can leave. So it's definitely important to be your baby's advocate, be your child's advocate, because these folks will have their own agenda on what they believe and try to push that on you and on your child if you don't speak up. Same thing when it comes to the doctors. SJ had to fortify my breast milk I want to say starting in like June, because he wasn't picking up weight fast enough. So with that, we tried Kendamil. Kendamil is one of the top, like, first of all, it's a UK brand based formula. Second off, supposed to be like the closest to breast milk formula out there. $40 for that breast milk. I mean, for that formula. So we tried it, and we tried the whole milk, we tried the goat milk, and it literally was messing up SJ's stomach. It literally made SJ constipated for literally 2 months straight. 2 months. And I kept saying, like, it's making him constipated, it's making him constipated, making him constipated. They keep saying, oh, I don't think it's the formula, I don't think it's the formula. And I'm like, I do think it's the formula, because before the formula, he was perfectly fine. Well, we took him off the formula and started giving him something else, and we did see it was the formula. That formula was not making his stomach happy, and like I said, he was constipated for 2 months. It was so bad that every time he had to poop, he was screaming and crying. You have to advocate for your child. With that last point being said, this next point, every child is going to develop their milestones on a different timing, okay? Some might hit the milestones before, some might hit it during the proper time or the estimated month, and some might hit it after. So don't see a bunch of other babies meeting milestones and feel bad that your baby's behind, that your baby's not doing what they're supposed to do. Don't do that. Don't, and I'm gonna say this with a grain of salt, don't be coming for me. Take what the doctors are saying, the pediatricians are saying, with a grain of salt, okay? They're going to put pressure on your child. They're going to put pressure on you and make you feel bad because your baby's not meeting the milestones. Every child is going to develop their milestones and reach their milestones on different times, okay? It's not just black and white. It's not. It is not. I guarantee you it is not. And that is okay. Now, I will say, hear what they're saying, take in what they're saying, but do not sit there and run with it all the time. They're going to offer you resources like Early On and PT and all this other stuff. You can sit in front of your child and say, mama, dad. You can say that. You can do those things every day in and day out. You can do the proper exercises and stretches and stuff to get your baby to want to roll over and sit and do all these things. Your baby is going to do it when they want to do it, regardless. Point blank period, regardless. Do not let these doctors, other moms, whatever, make you feel bad because your baby is not hitting these milestones on time. They might hit one milestone on time, they might hit another one late, they might hit another one on time or early. Every baby is different. Every baby is different. And they were doing the same thing and expecting and having these low expectations and stuff like that when it comes to SJ or whatever. And I'm like, no, especially because he dealt with heart surgery already and had CHD. Because, like, if you watch my other videos, they say most children with CHD go home on the feeding tube. Who didn't go home on the feeding tube? SJ. Yeah. They say most babies who have CHD, you know, from the surgery and stuff, they will be late when it comes to their milestones. Thus far, who has been on key with their milestones? SJ. Okay? To me, it all depends on having that support system. Again, don't get me wrong. Even if he's going to develop his milestones on his own accord, I'm still going to do these things with him and, you know, talk to him and do those things or whatever and get him to, you know, roll over, practice rolling over and stuff. But I'm not going to make myself feel bad if he's not hitting them when the book or when the research says he's going to hit them. So please please, before you have a baby, before you become a parent, keep that in mind. Do not feel bad, okay? Don't feel bad. He's supposed to be asleep. You're a mess. You go say hi. He's supposed to be asleep. He was just... What are you doing? Really, man? Why as soon as he get in front of the camera, he starts smiling? Yes. What you doing? As soon as he got in front of the camera, he looked at the camera and smiled. Next point, and don't fight me. Don't fight me. Choosing the right person to have a baby with definitely plays a part. Now I know, don't come fight me. I know things happen. I know everybody's path isn't meant to look the same. Like I said, unfortunate circumstances happen, but I will say choosing the right person to have a baby with, and that's the thing, and that's why it's really sticky. You can choose the right person, but they end up showing themselves not to be the right person once the baby is there. But that's why just being very careful who you have a baby with is very, 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 very important. Now, with that being said, having a good support system, even if that's just a therapist for yourself, okay? I know everybody doesn't have a village. I know everybody doesn't have what's the word I'm looking for? Support, I guess you can say. If you don't have a boyfriend, a husband, a partner, whatever you want to call it, but trying to find a village, trying to find support, trying to find friends is going to be so important. It's going to be so important. Like, you need to find a couple people, a few people that you can definitely trust, that you can definitely lean on, rely on, that will be there for you. I know it's easier said than done, but it definitely will make a heck of a difference. Applause to people who are doing it by them. Applause to people who are doing it by themselves, because this is not easy. It is not easy. It was not meant to be easy. It was not meant to be easy. So if you are doing it by yourself, again, kudos to you. But I just know for myself, trying to do that alone, no. There were nights of me being tired, just overwhelmed, the baby crying, so I'm crying. Back when SJ wouldn't finish a bottle for me, but would finish the bottle for his dad, like, no. It was not meant to be done alone. I don't know how I would have done it alone. That's why I think I have, for the most part, avoided postpartum depression, and, you know, for the majority, postpartum anxiety and things like that, because I had my husband to rely on. And not only did I have him, I had my mom too, and just other people a part of our village. And I would not take that for granted, even for a second. Hear me loud and clear. I would not take that for advantage at all. It is definitely important who you have children with. And if you are in a certain situation and you are having this child alone, and you don't have anybody that you can rely on, I am praying for you. I am praying that you are able to find a village, find support, find someone to help you on this journey, because you do not deserve to do it alone, and you did not make the baby alone. most importantly, okay? At all. So no. I know y'all probably like, what the heck is going on? I just realized I never gave y'all the full 10. Sorry. I didn't give y'all the full 10. So let me hurry up and finish this up. I only gave y'all, I think 8. So let me give y'all the full 10 things. Y'all like, girl, can you not count? I'm sitting there like, I'm tripping. This does not look like 10. Anyway. Number 9. Create some type of schedule. It is going to be very difficult, especially in the newborn stage, newborn trenches, but some type of schedule will definitely help you to feel better, instead of just chaos here, chaos there. Like if you start creating a schedule for, oh, I want my baby to eat around this time, I want my baby to sleep, you know, around this time. But when it comes to creating a schedule for children, you have to allow yourself some leniency, especially when it comes to like things like tummy time and showing your kids like different flashcards and all this other stuff or whatever. Give yourself some wiggle room. Like you can have an outline of a schedule, but even with that outline of a schedule, give yourself some leniency, because kids and babies especially is going to do whatever they want. So some days they might do good with, you know, the schedule, and some days they might just be like, baby, I'm sleeping right now. I am taking a long 2-3 hour nap right now. So you really have to make a schedule, but really just make an outline, and then don't like, this has to be the schedule, okay? Have some leniency and some room for some wiggle room in your schedule. Number 9, do what's best for your baby. That whole mother's instinct is a true thing, and you're going to hear outside noise from your mama, your daddy, your auntie. Ew, why did I say auntie? I say auntie. Your auntie, your grandma, your great grandma, your cousin, your whoever, your sister. As much as their advice may be good advice, you know your baby the best. So you really have to do what is best for your baby. If you feel like your baby wants their milk just a little bit warm and not, you know, freezing cold right out the refrigerator, then do that. What other people say is not important. You are going to learn when you have a child that other people are going to have so many opinions, but whose child is that? Who pushed out that baby at the end of the day? Who got cut open for that baby at the end of the day? You did. You did. Okay, so no matter what anybody else is saying, you really have to learn to just like take all the advice and all the information with a grain of salt, and just leave it at that, because it's so easy for people on the outside to give advice on what worked 20 years ago, 15 years ago, 10 years ago. You are with your baby every day, so you know what it is that your baby likes and does not like. And last but certainly not least, make memories. Make memories. Take the time day by day. Put your phone down if you can. Like I said, just take a break also, but take a lot of pictures. Take photos, take Polaroid photos. Just make as many memories as you can, because time goes by so fast. Like, I'm so happy. I'm such a click, 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 click. I'm so happy I take pictures all the time, because it seriously has helped me to just like go back and like look back at how big my baby has gotten, because I can't believe, again, time has gone by so freaking fast. But yes, definitely take pictures. Get as many memories as you can, because time is going to go by like this during that first year. Because I can't believe I had that boy almost 8 months ago. Like 8 months ago already. You're kidding. You are freaking kidding me. Like, what? But yes, just make as many memories as you can. Enjoy your baby as much as you can, especially when it comes to like returning to work for after maternity leave and stuff like that. If you have to, just make as much memories as you can with your baby and take all those pictures. Take tons of pictures. Yeah, that was my last tip. I hope any of these, some of these, all of these were helpful if you are on your way to becoming a parent. If you're thinking about becoming a parent, please, if you have any more recommendations for mom content for me to talk about, any videos that y'all would like to see, make sure you drop them below. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see y'all in the next video.